Imagine if I told you that the moment you close your eyes at night, a silent, invisible process might be setting the stage for memory loss years down the road. You probably think of sleep as a time of rest, a time when your body shuts down and recharges. But the reality is far more fascinating and, for many people, far more frightening. While you're dreaming, your brain is actually wide awake, working overtime on a critical cleaning and filing operation. And here is the unsettling truth that scientists have only recently confirmed. For a significant number of people, this nightly brain maintenance starts to fail long before any symptoms of forgetfulness appear. In fact, the very first physical signs of Alzheimer's disease can begin to accumulate in your brain not during the day when you are active, but during the night when you are supposed to be restoring. So, what is happening inside your head while you sleep, and why might your current nighttime routine be sabotaging your memory? Stick with me, because what I am about to share could change the way you think about your evenings forever. Let's paint a picture of what a healthy brain does when the lights go out. Imagine your brain is a massive, bustling city. During the day, the streets are filled with traffic, deliveries are made, and energy is consumed. Naturally, this creates waste. Think of it as metabolic garbage, leftover proteins, and cellular debris that accumulate from all that hard work. In any other part of your body, this waste is carried away by the lymphatic system. But your brain, that precious command center, exists in a privileged bubble. It has its own special cleaning crew, and for years, scientists couldn't figure out how it worked. Then, just over a decade ago, researchers at the University of Rochester made a groundbreaking discovery. They found a unique system they named the glymphatic system. Think of it as a microscopic dishwasher that only turns on when you are asleep, specifically during the deep stages of non-REM sleep. Your brain cells actually shrink slightly, creating space around them, and cerebral spinal fluid is pumped through the brain tissue like a wave, flushing out the toxic buildup from the day. The key waste product it is cleaning out? A sticky protein called beta amyloid. This is the very same protein that clumps together to form the infamous plaques that are a hallmark of Alzheimer's disease. So, here is the connection that changes everything. If your sleep is disrupted, if you don't get enough deep sleep, or if you suffer from conditions like sleep apnea, that nightly power washing cycle is interrupted. It's like unplugging the dishwasher halfway through the cycle. The waste doesn't get fully removed. Night after night, year after year, that sticky beta amyloid starts to build up, accumulating in the spaces between your brain cells. It's a slow, stealthy process. You won't feel it, you won't notice it. You might just feel a little groggy in the morning, blaming it on a bad night's sleep. But under the surface, the plaques are forming, creating the foundation for the memory problems that might not surface for 10, 15, or even 20 years. This is why sleep isn't just a luxury. It isn't just about feeling rested. It is a non-negotiable biological requirement for washing your brain. But the story gets even more interesting, and it connects directly to something you probably do every single night without a second thought. What is the first thing most of us do when we get into bed? We reach for our phones. We scroll through social media, watch videos, or answer just one more email. And that one simple habit might be single-handedly sabotaging your brain's entire cleaning crew. The blue light emitted from your screens is a wavelength of light that is particularly good at doing one thing: tricking your brain into thinking it is still daytime. Deep inside your brain, there is a master clock, a group of cells called the suprachiasmatic nucleus that responds directly to light entering your eyes. When it sees that blue light, it slams the brakes on the production of melatonin, the hormone that signals to your entire body that it is time to prepare for sleep. You might eventually fall asleep, but the quality of that sleep is compromised. You get less of the deep, slow-wave sleep where that glymphatic system is most active. You are effectively locking the door to your brain's cleaning crew, letting the trash pile up while you check Instagram. And it's not just the light, it's what you are doing on those devices. You are engaging your brain in stimulating, stressful, or emotionally charged content right before you are asking it to power down. You are keeping your amygdala, the fear center, on high alert. You are keeping your prefrontal cortex, the decision maker, active and firing. You are telling your brain to stay in a state of high alert, which is the exact opposite of the relaxed, peaceful state needed to transition into restorative sleep. Think about it this way. You wouldn't try to clean your house while a party is still going on. You wait until the guests have left, the music is off, and everything is quiet. By staring at your phone in bed, you are keeping the party going in your head, and the cleanup never gets done properly. So, what can you actually do about this? This is where we move from the problem to the solution, from the scary science to the simple, practical habits that can genuinely protect your brain. The first and most powerful tool in your arsenal is to reclaim your evenings. Start by creating what sleep experts call a buffer zone. This is a period of 60 to 90 minutes before bed where you deliberately wind down. This means no screens. I know that sounds almost impossible in our modern world, but it is the single most impactful change you can make. Use this time to read a physical book, have a conversation with your family, take a warm bath, or do some light stretching. The warm bath is particularly effective because of the way it affects your body temperature. Your core body temperature naturally needs to drop to initiate sleep. When you get out of a warm bath, the rapid cooling of your skin sends a powerful signal to your brain that it is time to sleep. It's like flipping a biological switch. Next, let's talk about consistency. Your brain's master clock, that suprachiasmatic nucleus we mentioned, loves routine. It craves predictability. Going to bed and waking up at the exact same time every single day, yes, even on weekends, is one of the most powerful ways to strengthen your sleep quality. When you have a consistent schedule, your body learns to start releasing melatonin and other sleep hormones at the right time automatically. You essentially train your brain to be sleepy at the right time and, just as importantly, to be alert at the right time in the morning. When you constantly shift your sleep schedule, you are giving yourself a kind of permanent jet lag, and that jet lag disrupts the timing of that critical brain cleaning cycle. Now, there is another factor that most people completely overlook, and it's happening in your kitchen. What you eat and drink, especially in the hours leading up to bedtime, has a massive impact on your brain's overnight work. We all know about caffeine, but did you know that a single cup of coffee in the late afternoon can still be affecting your brain function at midnight? Caffeine has a half-life of about 5 to 6 hours, meaning that if you have a coffee at 4 p.m., you still have half of that caffeine circulating in your system at 10 p.m., blocking the adenosine receptors in your brain that are supposed to be building up that sleep pressure, that natural drive to sleep. But it's not just caffeine. Alcohol is a major culprit here. Many people use a nightcap to help them fall asleep, and it does work as a sedative. But as your liver metabolizes that alcohol overnight, it causes something called a rebound effect. Your sleep becomes fragmented, you wake up more often, and you spend far less time in that crucial deep sleep and REM sleep. You might be asleep for 8 hours, but your brain never gets its full cleaning cycle. You wake up feeling foggy, unfocused, and you've robbed your brain of its maintenance window. There is also a fascinating link between your gut and your brain that plays a huge role here. Scientists are increasingly referring to the gut as the second brain. The health of your gut microbiome, the trillions of bacteria living in your digestive tract, directly influences your sleep quality and your brain health. These bacteria produce many of the same neurotransmitters that your brain uses to regulate sleep, including serotonin and GABA. A diet high in processed foods and sugar feeds the bad bacteria, leading to inflammation that can disrupt sleep. On the other hand, a diet rich in fiber, fermented foods, and healthy fats supports a diverse and healthy microbiome, which in turn supports a healthy sleep cycle. It's all connected. The food you eat for lunch is literally affecting how well your brain cleans itself that night. And for those who are really serious about protecting their memory, there is one more condition to be aware of, and it is incredibly common yet wildly underdiagnosed. I'm talking about sleep apnea. This is a condition where your throat muscles relax so much during sleep that they block your airway, causing you to stop breathing for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, sometimes a minute at a time. Your brain, starved of oxygen, panics and sends a jolt of adrenaline to wake you up just enough to start breathing again. This can happen hundreds of times a night without you even realizing it. You don't remember waking up, but your sleep is completely shattered. Your brain never gets the chance to settle into that deep, restorative cleaning mode. The result? The same buildup of beta amyloid, the same increased risk for memory problems, but with the added stress of oxygen deprivation, which is itself damaging to brain cells. If you snore loudly, if you wake up with a headache, if you feel exhausted no matter how much you sleep, you need to talk to a doctor. Treating sleep apnea with a CPAP machine can be life-changing, not just for your energy levels, but for the long-term survival of your memory. So, let's bring this all together. The modern world is filled with things that actively work against your brain's nightly cleaning cycle. The blue light from our devices, the late-night caffeine, the alcohol, the irregular schedules, the processed foods, and the undiagnosed sleep disorders. We have accidentally created a perfect storm that prevents our brains from doing the one thing they need to do at night to stay healthy for decades. But the beautiful thing is, the solution is largely in your hands. By making small, deliberate changes to your evening routine, you are not just investing in a good night's sleep for tomorrow. You are investing in your cognitive future. You are actively reducing your risk of cognitive decline. You are giving your brain's internal dishwasher the time and the power it needs to scrub away the sticky proteins that lead to memory loss. It is one of the most powerful, yet simplest forms of preventative medicine we have. Before you go to sleep tonight, I want you to think about this. Think about the fact that you have the power to influence how well your brain ages. The choices you make in the few hours before bed have a direct physical impact on the health of your brain cells. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What is the biggest challenge you face when it comes to getting quality sleep? Is it the screens, the stress, or something else entirely? Share your story, because your experience might help someone else who is struggling with the same thing. And if you found this information valuable, please share this video with someone you care about, because the more we understand about this hidden process, the better equipped we all are to protect the minds of the people we love. Thanks for watching, and here's to a cleaner, healthier brain, one night at a time.